So a few days ago, I met with this client and we were talking in depth, really, about the difference between consistency and reliability. And I want to take this moment just to kind of break this down for you so you can get this because I noticed that a lot of people are dealing with this issue. If you're joining me for the first time, my name is Andrew Guy, and for the past 16 years, I've been working with high performance individuals, high achievers. We're talking some doctors, some lawyers, a few community service workers, and some CEOs. Individuals who are responsible for other individuals, individuals who other people report up to. And in a nutshell, when we talk about high performance or high achievers, these are your individuals who cannot say no, who are scared of saying no. These are the individuals who cannot have an off day. These are the individuals who cannot afford to drop the ball. So what I want to do is just take this moment out to kind of break down a few things to you that's going to help those high achievers who are struggling with imposter syndrome, who are struggling with not able to say no when they need to say no. And the reason why that is because they haven't set the right boundaries, or they have set boundaries, but these boundaries have become eroded over time. And so they consistently have to outperform by putting up unrelenting standards just to stay afloat. If you look at their schedule, they may have a calendar that's booked out for the next 8 months. Yeah, while that looks great on the outside and it seems that you're productive and you're in need, well, you need to think about it. What else is missing? While your calendar is full, you could be missing out on some other things. You could be overlooking some other things. And here's a great example. Several years ago, I went to my son's school to have a discussion with the teacher because there were some things that were happening in the classroom. And it's one of those situations where the teacher has been teaching for over 20 years. And what I've noticed as an educator is that after a certain years, then the radar becomes from the nose to the brim of my hat. In other words, if you're 20 years out, most teachers teach like this, only from here to here. The greater majority of the things and behaviors that are happening in the classroom happen from below all the way down. So that means they are teaching just over the radar. Nothing below the radar gets caught. Okay? So I want to take this opportunity to break this down to you. Reliability or consistency? Which one would you choose? I was in a session with a client the other day and they brought it up. He said, Andrew, I feel that I'm reliable. I feel like when I show up to my job and being in my position, I feel like there's so many things that I'm in charge of. So many people are reporting to me. So many people depend on me. And I'm struggling trying to figure out what is the most important thing. Should I be focusing on reliability or should I be focusing on consistency? And I asked this one question. I said, what is it that you want to have out of life? Do you concern yourself with the quality of life or standard of living? I'll ask you that question. What's most important to you? Is it the quality of life or the standard of living? When we talk about the standard of living, it's the things that you do to amplify your life. Whether it's the type of car, it's the type of clothing, it's the type of restaurant that you eat, or the type of entertainment industry that you patron, that's the standard. Okay, your quality of life really has a lot to do with how you experience your living years. It's the living years that makes all the difference. And high performance individuals or high achievers, they spend more time, a lot of times, they spend more time in the air than they do on the ground. They may spend more time on an airplane, going from one airplane, connecting to the next. They may go from one meeting to the next. They are basically trapped and controlled by their calendar. And a lot of people say, well, yes, Andrew, that's only a certain time out of the year. I want to use this opportunity to help you to understand how to get the best out of your life.